Good morning. Welcome to day 36 of our 40 days of prayer. We are coming down to the wire now. The passage I want us to consider this morning as we are continuing our devotion to prayer about the church plant in Salina, the Crossway Church, as well as the church in Frisco, the Shawnee Trail Church of Christ, that is doing the planting, the sending of this great work. I want us to think about Hebrews chapter 11 this morning. I would encourage you, when we're done here, if you open that up and read it, it would be really good. But I want to ask you a question. Do you think that chapter is a closed chapter? And what I mean by that is, a lot of us have probably had an experience at one time or another where someone has come to us with this opportunity, this ground floor opportunity, and if you can get in now, you've got a great potential for making some money, but this opportunity is not going to last long because eventually it's going to kind of be closed, and only those who get in early are going to really be able to make any money. You probably know what I'm talking about. And most of us have missed those opportunities, I would say. Very few really get in on that level. When you read the book of Hebrews and you get to chapter 11, do you feel like that? Do you feel like Hebrews 11 was kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and that opportunity is no longer ours? Or maybe another way to put it is there still room for more people to be added to the hall of faithful, as we often call it, like Hebrews chapter 11? I think the answer has to be absolutely yes. It is not a closed chapter. God is still recording and still adding names of people like in Hebrews 11 who by faith stepped out, held on, resisted for the sake of God, in their trust in God. Think about the book of Acts for a minute. If you've read through it and you get to Acts chapter 28, it ends kind of this anticlimax. Paul had earlier chapters been arrested in Jerusalem and sent up to Caesarea, and there he made his defense before Agrippa and Felix and Festus and appealed to Caesar, and so he gets put on a ship, and the last few chapters of the book of Acts tell about that journey where he finally gets to Rome, where he is going to stand before Caesar and make his defense. And yet the book of Acts never records that. The book ends with Paul under house arrest, and people are coming to him, and he has a great opportunity to share with them the gospel. But that's just where it ends. And I think that's maybe on purpose from God's point of view, because maybe he's trying to tell us that the book of Acts is really a book that never is going to end. It has no resolution at the end of it, because people are still making a defense for the gospel in this world. Now, why do I bring that up? I bring that up for you and me so that we can have this opportunity and know that we have this opportunity before God, with God's power, with God's blessing, with God's leading, for us to do great works of faith and to share our faith with the world around us. And God is going to keep a record of that, and it will make a difference. And generations from now, we're launching a church this very Sunday, but generations from now, there'll be people telling this story about my granddad or my mama or my parents, and it'll have a connection to Shawnee Trail and to Crossway. And it will be about the faith that they lived out in honor to God. This is what we believe, and this is what we're expecting for God to continue to work and bless and do great things in our life, just like we read in the book of Acts, just like we read in Hebrews chapter 11, and just like we read throughout all of Scripture. God is still behind people and enabling people to do great things for Him. And you and I are and can be those great people. Not great in our own merit, we understand that, but great in the sense of trusting in God, relying on His power, and doing His will in our world today. I hope that you will hold on and be energized by that promise and hope for our lives. 4 more days, and we will have a great Sunday at at Crossway. If you are in the area, I hope that you can come. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow right here. Bye.